Hello Cancer and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. Oh, we've got Nine of Crystals, Security and Abundance coming out for you. So let's see what is coming in around that. This is your February reading. So we're moving from Aquarius season into your beautiful fellow water sign Pisces, which should be a nice energy for you. We have Nine of Crystals, the Nine of Pentacles, Security and Abundance. I like this. This is very creative energy. You know, the spiders are little creative, like very skillful mastery are the words I was given here. So I feel like there's something you're really good at here and you're being asked to showcase some kind of skill or gift or ability that you have. And this is actually something that's going to not only make you feel good, but it brings this sense of abundance into your world and feeling really valued. So yeah, it's weaving this security and abundance. So the other thing it could be is maybe that if there's been circumstances in your life where it's felt like there's been conflict in a relationship or a little bit of uncertainty around a work situation, money, or a living situation, this is where you're wanting to weave some things together, bring it all back into you so it's feeling more stable and abundant. So it feels like you're kind of weaving together energies that and pulling this here, that there, and making it into something stronger. So it may be you're reconciling with somebody that you've had conflict with, or it may be that you're strengthening some kind of energy around the home so you're feeling more stable there. Or it's maybe if there's been an issue with work. I just feel like, you know, you're skillfully weaving together these energies so that it's starting to feel better for you, which is really beautiful with this Nine of Crystals. So let's see what is shifting and changing for Cancer. What is shifting and changing for Cancer? So I think for some people I've got You're a Star. So this might be one of those months where you've been called to shine a little bit, where you are, like I said, showcasing your gifts and abilities. You may be have some kind of request to, show off. I don't know what it is, but it feels like, you know, maybe you've been asked to represent in some way what it is that you do, and it feels like it's going to be well received. Okay, so what's shifting and changing is Sword King, Aquarius, Crown. So I think somehow this brings you, even though there's this, like something around your intellect, what goes on inside your mind is also being showcased here. There's something important about that. And it's like everybody's minds are different. They're all different levels, different neurodiversity, cognitive, all sorts of different things going on. But there's something about the way your mind works that is part of this, is being recognized somehow. So yeah, it's interesting because this Aquarius Crown feels like, feel almost like I've always been on the outer in some way or misunderstood in some way. And this feels almost like you're not. There's a group of people that see you, or that there's a situation or experience or a person that sees you, and suddenly it's like, there's still a part of me that feels like I'm the black sheep or a bit on the outer, but I feel like I'm being embraced by a community or embraced by people, supportive people around. And that's actually really beautiful because it makes a heart connection. And it's nice because it almost feels like nobody's ever acknowledged this before or seen this before. So this feels special. I feel kind of really happy, vulnerable, but happy. And yeah, it's this little glow that I can feel inside my heart that, oh, wow, they actually do really love and appreciate me, and they really do see me. And it's just it's a nice feeling coming through. So there's a little warm glow of appreciation coming in for you, Cancer. So let's see what else is coming in for Cancer. So Cancer, I just wanted to let you know that this reading is for Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising. Always recommend to watch all three of your placements if you know where they are, because it gives you the fuller picture of what's going on for you. And this is a general reading, Cancer. Just take what feels right and leave the rest. And this is a reading for February, so I would encourage you just to have an open mind if something's like, oh, I can't see that happening, because these energies are yet to play out. But this is a soul growth reading. I always read from that perspective, where we look at what sort of themes are coming up around what your soul is learning and moving through. We have this King of Wands, and it could be very, very beautiful and creative energy. But again, it's that sense of being an authority, stepping into an authority, feeling like the authority. Again, this showcasing, being seen. Some of you are being asked to be a leader in some way, but it's about sharing your passions. It's actually, really, really nice energy. And Cancer, I just wanted to let you know that there is no extended reading for this month. Still summer holidays here, and I've just prioritised spending time with my family. It's like last year was super, super busy for me. A lot of the time, moving house was huge, and then basically just hit the ground running and worked. Was really busy up until Christmas, and I've just been enjoying a little bit of a lighter energy, been able to rejuvenate, which has been really nice. And I'm starting to feel like that now. School's going back next week, and it's this sense of feeling, I feel like soul and energized, rejuvenated in order to make some new content for the year. There could be an exciting opportunity that comes out of this, this energy of somebody seeing you, which is really lovely, or feeling like you're being appreciated. So let's see, new cycle begins. Now, we have the situation, the King of Wands. How are you going to, it's all about taking action, crossed by the Three of Wands. So you might have, it's one of those things like how you might have more to offer a situation than what other people can see or have seen in the past. And it's like if somebody's got, like, say, for example, a university degree, but people are only seeing that they're in like high school or they're at school still, and they've really got university degree knowledge, but people are treating them like they're, a teenager, or, they've got that amount of knowledge. And it's sort of like people can't see everything. That's just an example. I don't think it's the best example, but what I'm trying to say is that sometimes there's hidden things that you've got to offer that other people can't see. Like, they can't see exactly what you do. They might make a judgment and kind of put you in a little, categorize you and put you over there. And it doesn't feel like you're as valued as you would have liked, or that you're as seen as you would have liked. And here you are, the King of Wands. Like, I see this King of Wands inside of me, but other people are seeing the young Emperor. So it's, a sense of stepping into a role, or stepping into a potential, or just all parts of you needing to kind of come to the fore. Again, it's this kind of leadership energy, but there's more to you here than meets the eye, and that is being acknowledged, or has been in the past. That's the block. And that might be blocking you from success as well, feeling like you have to hide parts of yourself or not acknowledge parts of yourself. It could actually be yourself doing this to yourself. But in your conscious mind, we've got the Seven of Pentacles. You've got at the base the Seven of Swords. So you're surrounded by two sevens, which usually means there's a sense of reevaluation. Maybe you're changing course with this. Maybe you're like, I'm not going to hold back anymore. I'm not going to remain in the shadows anymore. I am going to acknowledge this part of myself and let it be celebrated, or let it be seen, let it be understood in some way. And the Seven of Pentacles is a very thoughtful and grounded approach, because maybe there's something tangible you can do about this. Maybe it's like a physical thing as well, that it's like they actually physically need to see me. Or it's maybe it's it's to do with money. Maybe I need to be investing. There's a sense of the need to grow, the need to see tangible growth here. So it's like I've got more to give, and so I feel like I've got more to offer here, and I want to see that reflected back to me in terms of, you know, my financial position, or in terms of how much I'm getting paid, or in terms of how much I'm feeling loved and appreciated in relationships, or where I'm living. So it's sort of like this, you're assessing, there's this assessment based on almost, it feels like there's like this acknowledgement of these parts of you that haven't been appreciated or seen before for whatever reason, or hidden, are now wanting to come out, and it's assessing how you can make those changes in your life in order for that to happen. So at the base we have the Seven of Swords, which is, it's almost like there's a part that's always kind of run away or hid, not wanted to be restricted by something, play by the rules, or feel restricted. Yeah, it's kind of this interesting energy. I'm trying to describe it. So it's almost like I can't be bothered having to explain myself if this person's not going to understand me anyway. So I just have stopped bothering. It might have been like this sort of cycle of avoidance of, you know, I'm not even going to try with that anymore because it hasn't worked out, or I'm not going to, and it feels like there's something that is being reevaluated around that as well. In the recent past, we've got the Two of Swords, which is that there's been, like maybe you've been hesitant about a person or a path, or making a choice and decision here with the Two of Swords. It feels a little bit like, you know, your intuition might be saying it's time to open up a little bit more and share a bit more of yourself, and let yourself be acknowledged and cherished and seen. But there's another part of you, a rational part, that says, no, that's not safe. Don't do that. And maybe, you know, there is a reconciliation that's coming in with this sense of weaving this abundance or security back into your life. Maybe you're weaving someone back in or something back in, and trying to kind of, and you're uncertain about it in some way. So in the near future, we have your major arcana, the Chariot card. And this is where you are just like, right, okay, I've made a choice. I've made a decision. I'm going to go ahead with this plan. I've got a plan. I'm going to weave all these energies together. It sort of feels like there's a lot of conflict resolution here, where I'm not afraid and I'm going to make this better. And so the Charioteer is like very bold and determined and wanting to move things forward, very determined to make this successful energy, weave in these energies so it works for you, which is really lovely. And, you know, it is the card of Cancer. So it's like I'm turning up as myself. It just is me. For some of you, they just bring up, for some of you getting a new car. That's just a random thing that came in. So you're turning up as the Hanged Man. And this is where you've needed a bit of time. It's sort of like this has been bubbling away under the surface for a long time, a little while now. And it's just starting to dawn on you. You're just starting to realize a few things here. And once it sort of bubbles up to the surface and you start seeing it, then it's like, well, now I can't ignore it anymore. And yeah, I just needed a bit of time. Maybe you're feeling a bit lost or murky, or whatever it is with the Hanged Man. Maybe you felt like you had to make a sacrifice or needed to sacrifice something or someone in your life. But I feel like there's something around that situation that's really, you're realizing something about that dynamic now, and how I feel like you needed distance from a person or a situation in order to kind of, to really deeply understand what's going on for you and what you need from that situation. So we have energy surrounding you is the Strength card. And yeah, you're going to have to be brave and resilient because you're putting on your armor, you're going in and you're sorting some stuff out and turning up as yourself, and you are going to have to be a little bit brave about that. Absolutely. And it may be that you're facing some things or people that, you'd prefer to avoid if you could. But it could be that there's someone very special or important in your life that you want to address something, some kind of conflict with, or something in your life that you're like, okay, I need to actually address this. Hopes and Fears is the World card. This is wanting to break free of limitations, of restrictions, and put an end to an old cycle and say, look, you know, I just want that karma of that is over, and can we just start anew? I need to let go of that. So the World card is like embracing the new possibilities coming in. And we have as the outcome the Four of Cups, the Temperance card, and the Ace of Pentacles. So this is where you're rebalancing a situation in your life. You're bringing it into alignment for something that is much healthier for you. And in a very, probably quite a soft and gentle way, I would say. So it's, you know, baby steps or work in moderation. I'm not jumping in. I'm not doing anything dramatic here, but just say there's somebody you haven't spoken to for a while and there's conflict there and you're feeling like, okay, this is an important person in my life and I do want them in my life. Or there's just been something that feeling like you haven't been heard or valued or seen or appreciated in some way. And it's just those baby steps of I'll reach out, but it's just, you know, it's going to be like a coffee or rather than, you know, let's meet for a coffee and a chat rather than you're fully back in my life again, or let me tell you a little bit about something that I do, as opposed to this is all of me. You must know and love all of me. It's like just gradually saying, oh, I'm not accepting that anymore. There's something that you felt quite disillusioned about or not finding satisfying or feeling restless in your life again. It's about you saying, I honour how I want to feel and I'm only going to accept the things that make me feel good. So if this situation or this energy wants to come back into my life, if you go back to those old things, the reason why, like, you know, I might have shut down from you in the first place, I'm not accepting that. I'm going to accept harmony, I'm going to accept alignment, and I'm going to accept some kind of healthy boundary. And so it feels almost like, and this could be a conversation that you have with yourself as well, where you're saying, I'm not going to accept second best anymore. I'm not going to put myself in a position where I will give a part of myself, but the other part that for whatever reason is not acknowledged, is hidden, or for whatever reason that's not feeling so great. So I'm going to rebalance in some way. And this Ace of Pentacles means that there's going to be some kind of new beginning on the material realm, a new start to a relationship, a new job comes in, a new home, a new car, a new way, a new you perhaps, a new health regime that comes in. There could be a new cycle around money that comes through. But either way, you're really self-aware as to how it is intuitively and emotionally affecting you, and you are only letting in the good stuff. It's sort of balancing it out a little bit so that you are saying, you're kind of very gently putting up a boundary, I guess, around just feeling acknowledged and seen. And so we have as an overall energy the Wheel of Fortune. And so that's why it's really interesting. They're bringing me back to the initial thing, saying that there's something around you that needs to shine, and you might have opportunities where you're being supported, and it's going to be this real what's being mirrored back to you, the people that see you support you versus maybe some of the other people that don't. And it feels like with the Wheel of Fortune that you are at a turning point with this soul growth lesson where you're ready to expand and grow into something that feels more aligned to who you are. And this can bring some good things your way with the Wheel of Fortune. So in terms of, like, there could be some kind of new job opportunity that comes in with it that could be really good, like some amazing new opportunity comes in. And if that happens, it's reflective of this inner work that you've been doing. It's reflective of you being seen and being valued. So yeah, it's a beautiful energy to come through. So let's pull an affirmation card. Just knocked my matches off. Let's pull an affirmation card for you, Cancer, and the best way to work through this energy. What does Cancer need to know? That was one about freedom. I think it was freedom is my divine right, but it flicked back in. So I think it wanted me to read it, but it's not the main affirmation card. So let's see what is coming through. What is some beautiful affirmations to help Cancer move through this energy? We have, I trust the process of life. Beautiful. You're planting new seeds. We're seeing all these little seeds. There is a rhythm and flow to life, and I am part of it. Life supports me and brings to me only good and positive experiences. I trust the process of life to bring me my highest good. So it's interesting they say there's a rhythm and flow. We're seeing the flow here in the Temperance card. That brings you back into alignment, being able to go with the flow. If someone offers you something emotional, like says something, or it's a job that doesn't feel good, or they don't treat you well, or that it's something they say, you don't have to accept that if that doesn't, or intuitively this is something that comes in that doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel like it's in the flow. You don't have to accept that, because the universe is going to bring you a really amazing person, opportunity, or experience here with Ace of Pentacles, a new one that is in alignment with you, that will flow, and you'll know it when it comes. So that's a beautiful energy to come in. And let's pull a charm for you, Cancer, and see what we've got coming in for Cancer. What is the message? Charm for Cancer. What is coming in? We have, beautiful. The lovely Pegasus. Wow. Okay. So again, it's like the horses are all about the direction you go in. This is the flying Pegasus. So it's very much the element of air, but Pegasus flies close to the sun. And it's this energy of feeling like the sun is our sense of purpose. It's our light that we shine. It's our vibrancy. It's our energy. And so it feels like the direction they want you to go in next is something that encourages those things in your life. And don't be afraid to take some big leaps when it comes to that, I guess. Actually they're saying it's, because I was just questioning that, but they're saying it's more a sense of soaring, feeling the freedom, feeling the flow, as to feeling like you're taking a risk or making a radical change. It's more like I'm just going to be in the flow state, rather than that brings something positive, rather than having to kind of do some serious like shifts and changes here. So if you're in the flow, then the opportunities will come. So as I mentioned, there's no extended readings this month, but as a little special thing extra, I've got my Pluto cards, and we're going to ask what is transforming for Cancer this month. And we have, the Devil. Okay, interesting. So I want to say dance to your own tune. So instead of feeling bound by somebody else's rules or opinions, or you should do it this way, or I think this about you, they're saying find your own expression of what's right for you with the Devil card. It's breaking free of the things that have kept you bound and stuck, and really honouring your own. They keep bringing me to the panpipe, like the sounds of the panpipe. That is your song. That is your music. That is your intuition. Follow your intuition here and follow what's right for you. You know, we've all got our own individual songs. So, just imagine, I have to explain what they're showing me. So just imagine everybody's soul plays a symphony or its own song. Not everyone will want to play a symphony. Some people got different genre of music. Some people are rock, some people are folk, whatever it is, pop. Your soul's got a little song, say, that is a resonance, a frequency that represents you. And this is like saying you're tuning into that and playing that and going, I'm just being me. This is the right thing, right expression of me. This is the right frequency. This is the right vibe for me. And it's not being bound to somebody else who says, oh, no, your song's supposed to be this. No, you should be a pop song because you're this and that. Whereas really you feel like your song is like an opera. And you're like, no, well, my song's an opera, not a pop song. And I'm going to be in the vibe of the opera, not what you think I should be. And I appreciate, you're interested and blah, 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 but it's not being defined by somebody else, being bound by somebody else, and to really connect in with what feels right for your soul and spirit, and intuitively and emotionally what feels right for you. So that is what can transform here. This is a part of the soul growth lesson that we're moving through this month, Cancer. And so, yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to read your comments and find out what's going on for you and how this is all working in your life. And check out my beautiful Goddess Codes course. It starts at the start of February next week. So check that out. This really helps with things like tuning into your soul, tuning into your beautiful song. I hope that made sense. But what is the soul frequency of yours, and how does it resonate through your life, and how do you want to play that and express that and feel that in your world, as opposed to somebody else coming in and changing that frequency and changing that song? How do you stay true to your own intuition, your own soul alignment, and follow your path that helps you shine your light? And this could be in the form of, like, say, attracting the right relationships in, or the right boundaries within relationships, or the right patterns within relationships. It could be in the form of making the right decisions, or feeling more confident with intuitively choosing and your own decisions and big choices in the world, because life still happens. It could be in the form of making a career shift and change, or a career flourishing. So these are some of the forms that we can see transforming in Goddess Codes, and I love it if you check that out. The link is in the description box below. Please, you've got to get in, otherwise you'll miss out, and take care. Introducing a new and exciting offering. Welcome to Goddess Codes. Over a 3-month period, we activate your energy to the new earth frequencies, so your soul energy comes back into alignment. Dormant gifts and abilities come online. We clear out anything old that you no longer need, and you step into a sense of purpose. If you're looking to move on from old belief systems, if you're ready to step into your authentic power, I invite you to explore Goddess Codes and come on this journey with me.